This is NEA Report. This is Stan Morris reporting, and this is a special report today in regards to the recent situation that has, well, it's been uncovered by reporting in the area, first reported by the Jonesboro Sun, but we've continued to report it as well. We're talking today about the police incident that was captured on video in 2016 regarding the railroad worker, and you've probably seen the video by now. In fact, tens of thousands have seen this video so far. Many more are sharing it, and we have new video to show you tonight as everyone joins our live stream. Remember, you can catch NEA Report live every day, just about 4 p.m. on our Facebook page. Now, I want to get everybody ready in chat for what they're about to see, because I did my best to edit this together to where it includes the most content with the least elements of me talking over it. Number one, the video we received, the videos were significantly long. What we're about to show you are videos that include the complaint process itself when Finley was filing a complaint against the people that were involved in this, specifically against the officer. You're going to hear that process, you're going to hear it play out, and then you're going to see some sound bites that are referenced inside of it, just to fact check the statements that were made inside of the room on all sides. This is NEA Report, and the news begins right now.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Hey. Hey. Yeah, shut that door. What's going on?
What's your name?
My name's Chief Chris Kirk.
What's that other fellow's name? That was his car right there.
It'll be Officer Matthew McCarty.
Yeah. Hey, I was at 91 Road Crossing, testing the crossing, and I get done, go to pull out, and I notice he's looking at me awful hard, you know, and I'm like, man. And I go through the light, and he gets behind me and pulls me over. And I pull in there to the feed store, and he comes up to the window, and he says, "You got your driver's license?" I said, "Yeah." And I hand him my driver's license, and he says, "What was you doing for?" I said, "Well, I worked there, and I was testing the crossing." He said, "You got any ID?" I was like, "Yeah," and I handed him one of my BN things, you know. And I just looked at him and said, "Why'd you pull me over? You know, what did I do wrong? You know, as far as driving, because I thought I ran a light or something." He started cussing me. He tells me to get out of the truck, and I get out of the truck, and you know, the door's open, my door, and I'm standing right here, and he's right here. And I turn around to get my wallet, you know, and to give him more stuff, showing I was. And he's like, "Don't get too close to me." And, you know, like I said, I'm right here. And I turn around, and then I turn back around like this. And like I said, I'm not moving. I can't move. There's a truck here, there's a door here, and him right here. And he's saying, "Don't get close to me." And he grabs me and throws me up against the car and puts me in handcuffs. And just starts screaming. And then he drags me back to his car and throws me up against his car for no reason. Said I had a bad attitude.
Yeah, you're obstructing with my operation. No, let me tell you. I mean, I work for him. Look at all this stuff back here. What did I tell you about getting up on me, sir? Turn around. Put your hands behind your back. You're about ignorant. Get your ass over here. How are you going to call me, sir? You too. I work for him. You stand there. You move again. What'd I tell you about getting up on me? I wasn't. I was just trying to tell you something that I could prove that I work for him. What'd I tell you about getting up on me? I'm sorry, I didn't. Now, you want to be a fucking asshole some more? No, I'm sorry. You better shut your fucking mouth. Come here. You set your ass right there. And you move from there, and I'm going to ride your ass. You understand? I don't know who the hell you think, look at me, who the hell you think you are, or where you're from, where you got some cops like that. You lost your damn mind. I dare you move from there.
I hit my knee on his door, and I'm fixing to go to the hospital and get it looked at. He had no reason at all doing me the way he done me. Threatened me with the taser, said, if you act up again, and I didn't do anything. I mean, I wasn't doing anything. He said, I'm going to give you the lightning or whatever. You know, I've never been in trouble. I've never had this happen to me. I want the video, and I'm a lawyer. He had no reason. That's what he kept saying. All this has been recorded, and I was just thinking, well, good. You're going to need it.
Well, I've watched the recording on it. And as far as the audio, when he first came up to the window of your car, and I'm assuming the reason he pulled you over is reasonable suspicion because you were over there by the track.
Yeah, I understand.
There was nothing that said.
It's a rental truck because the transmission went out of his work truck and it's
you know, I
Chevy
just
place.
merely asked him why he pulled me over.
And
I wasn't hostile.
And you know, as far as you know, the cussing part, that you know, that probably could have been left out. But
He cussed at me too.
that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I didn't even know you cussed him.
I didn't. I don't know. I don't think I did. I don't know. I was so nervous.
Okay. All right.
But he had no reason at all to do it the way he done me.
Well, what I saw is you want to keep a 6-foot distance.
Well, he should have stepped back away from me because I couldn't go anywhere, sir. You seen it?
Okay, didn't look like you were working. Step back from me some, too. You get up on me again, we're going to have problems. I'm glad you think this is a joke, sir. I work for him. What were you doing over there? And why aren't you in a marked vehicle?
But from what I saw, he's lucky he didn't go to jail.
Who, Adam?
Mm-hmm.
For what?
Obstruction of justice.
What do you do?
He interfered with the law enforcement officer's investigation of the stop. You should be filling this out like the receiving supervisor, which would be me, finding supervisor. Don't worry about any of this.
Okay.
But it needs your signature right here, a witness, the date, and then of course you'll need it notarized by notary public.
Sabrina can
And
do
then
that at
bring it
work.
back to me. What is wrong with your knee?
Well, it just hit the car door real hard when he threw me up against this car for no reason.
I mean, is your knee hurting?
Oh, yeah, it hurts.
Okay. Have you looked at it? Is it red?
I'm just going to take him to the
I
ER.
ain't looked at it.
Okay.
It hurts, though, you know. I mean, he had no reason to do me like that.
Well, like I said, I mean, he's lucky that you didn't go to jail.
For what? I mean, I didn't do
Obstruction
anything.
of justice.
See? Okay.
I watched the video, Adam, and he decided through his investigation that you obstructed it.
How did I obstruct
Are
it?
you going to listen to me, or are you going to or are you going to talk?
Shut up.
Go ahead.
That might be part of the problem, okay? You need to listen. Through his investigation, and as I watch, you going to listen to me, or you going to make gestures?
I'm listening. Go ahead.
Because I'm here trying to help you,
Oh, yeah.
okay? Now, through his investigation, when I was watching the video, he felt like you had got up on him too many times. At that point, he felt like you were obstructing his investigation. And when you pull somebody over as a law enforcement officer, that is an investigation.
There's a major problem with Kirksey's explanation for why that the rail worker was lucky to not have been arrested. And that problem is that, as you're about to see here in a moment, he was standing on the opposite side of his truck whenever the officer decided to arrest him, and he did so after being argued with. Listen.
Why you should not put your hands on your back. Because right now, yeah, you're obstructing with my operation.
By talking to him in a tone that the officer didn't like, he was obstructing his governmental operation.
I mean, you know,
As the railroad worker describes how that he had nowhere else to go in the encounter, Chief Kirksey shifts the conversation to about his alleged
he should
attitude
have moved back a little bit.
at the beginning of the conversation.
You understand that? I mean,
So when he pulled you over,
Uh-huh.
did you throw an attitude towards him?
Oh, no, I did not. I just merely asked, why did you pull me over? You know, because I thought I'd done something wrong with the red light. Because I know it was green.
So you merely asked him why he pulled you over?
Yeah. Yeah. what's the
Kirksey
deal?
doesn't seem convinced.
I tell you something that I could prove that I was pulling. What did I tell you about getting up on me? I'm sorry, I didn't know.
But the
You wanna be
video
a fucking
shows who
asshole?
had the
Yeah,
attitude.
I'm sorry. You better shut your fucking mouth.
Kirksey seems unconvinced by the suggestion that the rail worker merely questioned the reason for the stop. But the video shows who the attitude seemed to come from, and it wasn't the worker.
What did I tell you about getting up on me? I'm sorry, I didn't... Now, you want to be a fucking asshole some more? I'm sorry. You better shut your fucking mouth.
After about a 15-minute wait, officers finally returned to the room and surprise the couple waiting.
And that's a lot of writing.
Cookie told him here. I just got off the phone with the prosecuting attorney. I explained to him exactly what happened in this situation, and he has advised me to have you written a citation both for obstructing a governmental operation and refusal to submit to arrest. So you will be written those citations right now. This will be taken into account.
You right?
You'll be going to court. Oh, yes.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That's fine.
So this will be taken into account.
Uh-huh.
There'll be an internal investigation, but from what was seen on camera, and I talked to the prosecuting attorney, just now got off the phone with him, he told me to have you written those citations. Okay?
The driver's license. So I'm getting a ticket for something?
Yeah.
Exactly what, yeah.
Now, what is this?
Refusal to submit.
To submit what?
To arrest.
Arrest.
What does that mean?
You probably can't answer anything.
I mean, seriously, what does that mean?
He arrested.
Refusal to arrest?
Refusal to submit to arrest.
What does that mean?
Whenever he told you to turn around and put your hands behind your back and you didn't?
Oh, when I asked him for what? Before I was going to turn around?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Call one.
We need to go see the prosecuting attorney, too. You got very many tickets sitting in the office?
Me?
Yeah.
All right, look.
Really?
Yep.
I'm just...
Finish writing that out.
Finley finishes writing out his complaint and also signing the citations he was just written for walking into the office and filing a complaint against the officer. He remains just as calm as he appeared to remain during the stop, even though it was, according to officers, his attitude that seemed to escalate things.
Finish writing that out.
I can't right now.
Sit back out and shut up.
I cannot just keep... I'm shaking.
Even in the moment, his adrenaline is still rushing so much that he has a hard time writing what's going on and signing those documents. It's 4:17 as we've all watched most of this together here, and we've got quite a few people in chat, but we're far from done. There's been a statement issued by the Walnut Ridge mayor, but there's also been a response by the attorney for the man who you've seen now abused in the video several times. There's been a response from the attorney from also the city of Walnut Ridge, who, by the way, is in chat and asked if we were going to post the entire 45-minute video, which we will on our YouTube page. We're also going to show you some of her comments that were published in the Jonesboro Sun yesterday. Comments calling this a, quote, nuisance lawsuit. I'm just curious how many people out of the 281 watching live right now think that this was a nuisance lawsuit. Stand by. We're back with more after a quick break from the people that make this possible. And we hope you'll all stay tuned because there's much more to see, hear, and talk about next on NEA Report. Hold on.
Haley Norris, Realtor. Should I make my hair go like this? Whether you need to buy, sell, or lease. Haley, can I use my hands? Or is that, where are my hands? Where do they go?
Just say,
Haley.
Just say Haley.
Whether you need my expertise. Haley Norris, Realtor. Or even do a commercial lease. Haley Norris, Realtor. Should I say Remax Real Estate Center or no? Is that too salesy?
No, that's it.
My average days on market is just 50 days. You need my expertise. And that means I'm putting more money back in your pocket.
Accidents happen. So what happens if you bring your car or truck to Stadium Auto Body? It's in the hands of a manufacturer-certified expert who'll treat it with respect. It's brought back to life using the advanced tools and technologies today's vehicles require. All makes, all models. At Stadium Auto Body, we do the job right, back our work with a limited lifetime warranty, and make the whole experience pleasantly easy. Accidents happen. We're what happens next. Tell your insurance company you choose Stadium Auto Body.
A startling quote attributed Monday night to Walnut Ridge City Attorney Nancy Hall at the Walnut Ridge City Council meeting described this as a, quote, nuisance suit. That was in today's Jonesboro Sun. It said that Nancy Hall said this Monday night, according to Neil Embry's story with the Sun, and said that she had seen the tapes, and she said she didn't know how the Arkansas Municipal League doesn't make, quote, quick work of this. She said, quote, I don't see a cause of action on this. It was a quote and a set of quotes that Jonesboro attorney Mark Reese, representing Findlay, took exception to.
I am told that the city attorney has stated in the Jonesboro Sun that it was her position that this lawsuit was a nuisance suit, and which to me means that the suit means nothing to her, almost condoning what the officer did and demeaning my client's claim. And certainly Mr. Findlay doesn't feel like it's a nuisance. He's the one that was roughed up by this officer, was handcuffed by this officer, was arrested by this officer, then went to complain on this officer and was basically given 2 citations. And forced to hire a lawyer, forced to go to trial after about 4 months. So certainly he doesn't think it's a nuisance.
I think for me, one of the most difficult parts of the videos that we received is what I'm going to show you next. It's on a freeze frame right now, but just stand by because I'm going to show this all to you in a moment. The young lady that's with Mr. Findlay is subject to and privy to the conversation about him possibly being arrested. She's so emotional. She has to get up and walk out of the room as the police discuss how they technically could arrest Findlay, but pretend as though they're doing him yet another favor.
Would he be arrested right now?
Not if he signs the top of this.
But my question is...
The signature on the top. It's a promise to appear in court.
Yeah. Okay, but my question is, when he arrested him, why did he let him go?
Well, at the time he was cut for arrest.
Is what my question is.
But I talked to a prosecutor and told the prosecutor what happened. The prosecutor told me to do this. Okay? So this is coming straight from the prosecutor.
And rather than take him to jail and hold him, we're letting him sign a promise to come to court.
I mean, we could do that, but we're not going to do that. He just said, "Have you charged with that?" I don't want to take you to jail.
Well, I ain't never been in jail.
This is the moment in the video when the woman has to get up and leave the room. They're talking about taking him to jail. And she's still not certain what has taken place here or if Findlay is at fault. In fact, the first time in all of the videos that anybody makes a suggestion of Findlay being at fault in front of her is Chris Kirksey, the police chief. He says he watched the video and that Findlay was in the wrong, and he tells her that whenever Findlay's not in the room. Watch as a moment is captured on camera between the two during the long period of time they were left waiting in the room, and she doubts him. You can see right here.
No, I know. Yeah, I didn't do anything.
You better shut your fucking mouth.
It's a different story once you see what happened. And it's sad to think about that even his own loved ones were doubting him, as this, what you just saw, is what actually took place. This moment.
You better shut your fucking mouth.
It was that moment whenever Officer Mercado demonstrated who was in control of their temper and who was out of control. But the disturbing element is, on top of that, compounded by the fact that the police cited this man after what was clearly a case of police abuse. And it still is blowing my mind. With all of you in the chat room right now, with all of you watching right now, with tens of thousands of viewers, they are still not realizing they're wrong. At the minimum, the statement made by Nancy Hall on the Jonesboro Sun story yesterday, calling this a nuisance suit, is evidence enough of that. We hope that she'll consider changing her tone, maybe issue a statement revising that. But I can just tell you she was arguing with me and telling me I was being biased this morning because attorney Mark Reese is an advertiser with me. That was the accusation I received on my cell phone from Hall in a text message. She didn't ask for it to be off the record. Might want to do that, by the way, in the future before you start going off on the reporter. But nonetheless, we did get a statement late in the day from the Walnut Ridge mayor, Charles Snapp, and he said, quote, "We are forwarding the information the city of Walnut Ridge has for the Finley v. Walnut Ridge suit to the Arkansas Municipal League." He said, "To date, we have not met with the attorney assigned to the case. Until we have met with the counsel, the city will not make any statements other than to confirm that the officer in the December 2016 video," which I just put a flag up accidentally. This is not December 2016 right now. But the officer in that video, it says, is no longer with the city of Walnut Ridge. He resigned in February of 2017. I think for me, but as you're looking through this video here, and I'm just kind of scrubbing back through some of this, just got to tell you, seeing the young lady get upset and walk out of the room crying was a very difficult sight. It's difficult because innocent folks don't deserve this. And if this video hadn't come out and become public to where all of us could see it and know exactly what happened, what would have taken place? Would the officer's word have been treated as the same as the railroad worker? No. Police are perceived to be more truthful than the individuals they're dealing with, whether it's fair or not. Statistically, that's probably correct. They probably are being more truthful on average. But it's not a game of averages. This is a game of due process. And what you're looking at doesn't feel very much like due process.
Shut your fucking mouth.
It's a tragedy. It's a tragedy that it was allowed to happen. But perhaps the biggest tragedy of all is that there are city officials calling this something to the effect of a nuisance lawsuit. A quote from City Attorney Nancy Hall. Perhaps City Attorney Nancy Hall should follow former Officer Mercado's advice.
You better shut your fucking mouth.